you better be ready because this is going to blow your mind. Here we go.
I'm joined from our Pretoria studios now by Sars Chief Officer for Digital and IT, Mamete Makeke Mokwane. Thanks so much for speaking to us this morning.
Thank you, ma'am, and good morning.
So if we could perhaps just start by explaining to lay people like ourselves what exactly this modernization program entails and why it was halted.
I joined Sars about a year ago, and of course my understanding of modernization is to automate processes, including how people do things.
As someone who heads up, the IT division, works in that division, were you given any reasons as to why there was a need to halt the process of modernization?
Ma'am, let me just repeat. I said I joined SARS in 2017. Modernization started in 2007. And I joined SARS in 2017.
This particular halting to that process could cost the taxpayer around 1 billion rand to fix the e-filing system. Is that correct?
That is not correct. The problem is that we have not had necessary budgets to upgrade our systems.
And why is that?
So we are almost on the verge. Why is what?
Is e-filing on the verge of collapse or not?
Definitely not. Let me explain. Currently, e-filing and the forms are using Adobe, okay? Now, Adobe is getting out of support in 2020. We are trying to move all our, what you'd see on your paper forms, we want to put it on a digital platform and using HTML5 as an example.
So, Ms. Makeke Mokwane, are you therefore saying that Andre Rabi was lying to the Commission when he said it was functioning at 20% functionality?
Ma'am, I cannot respond to that question. Can you say that again?
I'm saying Gartner, we understand, is the company that holds the blueprint that you would need to rectify the problem that currently exists. Is that correct? And if so, why are those blueprints not with SARS?
I would like to repeat that I joined SARS in 2017.
That the Bain restructuring has displaced about 200 managerial employees from their jobs. Is that correct?
I can't answer that, but I think it makes sense.
But why can't you answer it? Because this is as a result of the implementation of a certain IT system. And has it had the effect of actually displacing some workers within the system?
Let me give you a scenario. Organizations evolve from time to time. And they consider, amongst others, insourcing, outsourcing, centralization versus decentralization, and so on and so forth. And I can go on about the fact that outsourcing so far has been about cleaning services and security people, which are black people. I would want to insource those people at the moment because their children would benefit from a SARS bursary system.
But talking about the IT restructuring.
Ma'am, can you give me protection from yourself?
But we're talking IT restructuring.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Let me just ask you a final question
listening to
then.
you.
A final question is, what is your assessment right now as you and I are speaking about the state of SARS's IT infrastructure?
Okay. The SARS IT infrastructure has aged. Most of it is about to be end of life and out of support.
All right.
So
We'll leave it there.
What we are saying.
Yeah. So, when you pay your taxes, this is what you pay your tax money to. It's quite scary that this individual is a chief officer of digital and IT. So this is somebody that should know what's going on with regards to e-filing on SARS. But as you can see from this interview, this individual does not have a cooking clue what's going on. And you should be scared. As a South African taxpayer, you should be scared not only that you are paying your hard-earned money over to an organization like this, but the fact that the organization can hire somebody like this in order to make sure that your tax money is being recorded and that it's going to good use in South Africa. Now, another thing that's really concerning is the fact that I posted this video on my social media earlier today, and some people actually came out and said that I'm a racist for trying to expose what this individual said. They brought in the fact that she's a black woman and that English isn't her first language. Now, I'm not sure exactly how me pointing out the absolutely ridiculous stuff that she said has anything to do with race or gender or the fact that English is a second language. English is my second language too. So yes, I do think that if I ever wanted to criticize somebody based on the way that they speak, I would be allowed to, because English is also my second language. However, in this instance, I didn't even do that. I'm criticizing this individual for what she's saying. How much money is she not receiving as a SARS chief officer versus what she's actually doing? Now, I can also understand that this might be something that's out of the norm for her. She might not be used to actually doing interviews on a national broadcaster. But then why be so arrogant about the things that you said, specifically saying that she needs to be protected from that individual? Why are you arrogant? Another thing that's quite concerning is the fact that this interview happened, millions of people have seen it, and SARS is yet to comment on this whole incident. Can you not admit that this individual completely made a mockery of your organization, but yet you still have nothing to say? The arrogance by this individual in this interview shows me